What's up, everybody out there in the BC? Craig here with my response to Mr. Hall of Fame's 1,331 subscribers contest. First of all, congratulations, Brandon. That is a shitload of subscribers. That's awesome, dude. And I'm glad to be one of them, dude. So, congrats. Couldn't be happier for you. I don't know what the hell I'd do if I had that many subscribers. Shit, that means a good god amount of likes and comments and more people to please. Man, good god. That's cool, man. Congrats, man. Congrats. Couldn't have happened to a better person. You were one of the most genuine and coolest people in the BC. Actually, I think we all are, for the most part. No. Anyway, so you said, basically, pick out 1 to 5 your favorite, great BC moments, in your opinion. Thank God, I guess it's the way I gotta put it, that I haven't been involved in the VC for that long. I mean, I've been watching videos pretty much since about like May or June of last year. So there's a lot of videos from way back that I haven't seen, or some people that I know some of you guys have talked about that I've never even seen their videos before, and older VC members and stuff like that. So I'm a little out of the loop. But before I delve in, what's playing in the background? Foreigner 4. Go ahead and leave a comment and give me some shit for listening to Foreigner. I love this album. Always have since I was a kid. One of the few, I think there's probably about a handful that both my mom, my dad, and I can all agree on that we all love. Got played to death when I was a kid on car rides and shit like that. So my dad and I, it's one of our probably like top 50 albums that we both can agree on that are great. We disagree on a bunch of other shit, but we both agree on that one. So anyway, on to this. They're really not in any particular order. I had to write them down because I smoked and drank my way into oblivion, so my brain is shot. No particular order, except first one is definitely needs to be in first. The first VC video I ever saw was one of yours, Brandon. I was looking up one day on YouTube to see if anybody had any videos of their excuse me, music room, and I found your video, not the current one, not the one you were in before, the one you were in before that. And the one thing that struck me wasn't so much the equipment you had. It was the amount of vinyl, CDs, cassettes that you had in such a small space. And I just looked around and I'm like, holy shit. Like, one, I was, obviously amazed by how much you had, but also, I'm not alone in this world. There's somebody else out there that collects all this stuff like me. I know I'm one of the only ones in my area, definitely one of the really only my friends, because I'll be honest, I don't have another real crate digger along with me. I mean, my dad and I have crate dug before, but he's not a big spender or anything like that. He's only went with me a couple of times. Usually it's just me flying solo. So to that, I saw the video, then I obviously went back through all of your other videos and saw that you were showing vinyl and like talking about these albums, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? So then I started watching other people's videos and jumping to like Tony's and Derek's channels and going, wow, there's more than one person out there that's doing this. So that was my introduction to the VC. So there's pick number one. My number two, even though they're in no particular, Lazarus Dwayne, my man. Your Genesis and Yes Spotlight videos. Those were some great moments for me. Yeah, there have been some people out there who are doing kind of some artist spotlights and kind of showing what they had, you know. Maybe they had 5 or 10 of these and whatever, you know. I thought that was, I always thought those were cool. Like, oh man, that guy's got the whole, you know, Talking Heads collection or something. I'm like, I've got that too. Hey, cool, another guy out there. But when Dwayne showed like 3 million copies of Yes It's Fragile, I was like, what the hell? Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but to see that amount of dedication to, like, you know, obviously a particular artist and having multiple copies of a particular album. I mean, obviously I've got artist dedication, but to buying that many different versions and like having all that stuff and like being really like, I mean, yeah, I know the difference between a new pressing and an original pressing, you know, one that's, you know, was a reissue and was, you know, been repressed a million times, all the differences. But to have all those different versions and be that dedicated to those artists was like, wow. I mean, obviously I'm a big fan of both of those bands, but to see all those different pieces and bootlegs and all this other shit, and you're like, whoa, that's not only cool as hell to see, but awesome to see someone who will really dedicate themselves to really just delving in there and getting what they can out of, you know, those albums, whether they have a sentimental value or just the fact of like, I really just, you know, want to get every copy that I can get my hands on because it just, you know, is cool to have, whatever the case may be. So that's moment number 2. Moment number 3, or pick number 3, whatever the hell we want to call it. David, Sequoia Flame, his laugh. I swear that is one of the funniest, most infectious, and coolest laughs I've ever heard. And probably my favorite VC laugh. I swear he laughs in almost every single video, and the one that got me the most was his most recent one when he showed his new shelving, and all he did was just start laughing, basically, you know. I think he said it was like a inside joke to himself, but it had me pissing myself so hard. I loved it, and I know I probably watched that over 24 times in a row. Just had it on repeat, watching it, and then I went and was searching videos on YouTube on my Xbox, pulled that up and watched it another 12 times. It was cool as hell. Oh man, I swear to God, if you post any videos without your laugh in it, I'm gonna start my own YouTube channel called Bring the Laugh Back. It's definitely always brings a smile. So I love it, man. Number 4, if you're keeping track. This one's just kind of something a little bit smaller. Not a particular video again, but for my brother, LJ. Every time I watch one of his videos, I'm always excited to see not only, you know, hear what he has to say, you know, what he's got to show, you know, whatever, his wallpaper. Check out his channel if you haven't already, which I know a lot of you, I'm sure, already have. On his shelves, he always puts a few album covers behind him. You know, said, you know, whether, you know, reflects what he's listening to at the time or just something he wants to look at, you know, and he was always kind of switching it up. And I always think that's really cool. Not only is it a way for him to show what he has, you know, kind of like, hey, you know, I've got a copy of this or a copy of that, but it's also a way to kind of like sort of start up a bit of a discussion, you know. And for me, you know, it gets me, kind of gets the wheels turning, like, you know, I'll look and go, hey, I have that, or like, do I have that, or like, man, I really want to listen to that, you know, like, just conjuring up all these things, and it's just cool as hell, you know. I mean, I know a lot of us, we just kind of sit up and, you know, you see a poster in the background, or you see, you know, the same thing. With him, it's always changing, and it's just, I think that's just awesome. So, there's mine. And my fifth and final pick, once again, not really a particular video, but a person. I hope I say your name right. Nathan Morales. So, or as I call him, Nathan. I think he is one of the like, coolest, and not by like, oh man, that guy's awesome. Cool as in like persona. Like, he's just a naturally peaceful, cool person. And it almost just feels like he's in the room with you, just talking to you. Like, I don't feel like I'm just staring at a video. I feel like I'm looking at him, you know, and we're conversing without me talking right back at him. And the fact that he's so open and personable and peaceful, and like, no matter what mood he's in, whether he's, you know, extremely, you know, hyped up and like, you know, hey, how you all doing, to, you know, kind of like, hey, I had a bad day, he's opening himself up. And that's the cool thing about the VC, you know, no matter whether we're sick, tired, hungry, happy, sad, whatever, we're coming on here and we're talking because that's what we want to do, you know, whether we need to get it out of the way because it's like, I got this pile of vinyl here, I need to show it, or it's like, there's a reason why we're coming here and, you know, talking to each other. And in particular him, like, it just strikes something, even if he's just showing, you know, hey, you know, I've got this stuff, I just feel really comfortable, like I almost know him. Even from the first video I ever watched of his, I was immediately hooked, just because, like, I just felt like I had already known him for so long, and I thought that was really super cool, and that's always stuck with me, and I always love, you know, watch these videos. I don't know, I could pick out so many more, you know, people, videos, or, you know, particular moments. I know a lot of people have had particular moments where they thought were really funny, or, you know, or really cool, or whatever. For me, I looked at this and just picked out people that I've really kind of connected with, whether I've talked to them, you know, via, you know, comments, or, you know, some PMs, or, you know, I've simply just watched their channel and been affected. I don't know, the list is endless for me. So anyway, that's my entry into the contest, and hope you all enjoy. Thanks again to all of my subscribers, current and new. Thanks for watching. You know, please leave any comments, you know, on any of my videos. I'll be glad to get right back at you. And if you have any questions about certain stuff, you know, whether, you know, you want me to show something, or, you know, you're kind of curious as to what I'm into, you know, feel free to shoot me a message. Everybody, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.